Good day, learners! How are you feeling today? That's good to know. Well, did you know that according to constructivist learning theory, developed by Piaget and Vygotsky, we learn best when we actively build our knowledge through experiences and reflection? Now, get ready because we will learn a lot. Take a moment to look into the mirror. I'll give you a minute to observe yourself. If you don't have a mirror, no worries. You can use your phone as an alternative. But hey, don't worry. This isn't just to check your hair. It's all about learning while reflecting. Now, let me ask you, who do you see? Yes, yourself. So how would you describe yourself in one word? Okay, worthy. Use reflective pronouns to reflect on yourself and intensive pronouns to emphasize your worth. Just as in language, we must affirm ourselves in life. But before that, what is pronouns? Pronouns are words that replace nouns, and there are different types, like personal pronouns, he, she, it, and possessive pronouns, his, hers, theirs. But today, we'll focus on two special kinds, reflexive and intensive pronouns. Have you heard of them before? So first, let's talk about the intensive pronouns. So what is intensive pronouns? So they are used for emphasis and to make the subject stand out more in a sentence. Let's take a look at the example. I prepared the meal myself. So here, I is the subject because it is the one performing the action. The verb prepared shows the action being done, and the meal is the object, the thing being prepared. Now let's focus on myself. This is an intensive pronoun because it emphasizes that I personally prepared the meal without anyone's help. If we remove myself, the sentence still makes sense. I prepared the meal, but adding myself makes it stronger at its highlight that I did it alone. Now let's move on to the second example. They themselves move all the boxes to the storage room. So they is the subject, the ones doing the action. Moved is the verb. All the boxes is the object. To the storage room is the prepositional phrase. And themselves is an intensive pronoun as it emphasizes that they did the action without help. So if we remove themselves, the sentence still makes sense. They move all the boxes to the storage room, but with it, the sentence stresses that they did it alone. For your activity, watch a short clip and observe the actions. After watching, write a sentence about the clip, making sure to include intensive pronoun. So write it on 1/2 sheet of yellow paper.
And then she asked me, do I look alright? And I said yes, you look wonderful tonight.
So next, we have here reflexive pronouns. Reflexive is used when the subject and object of the sentence are the same person or a thing. The action reflects back on the subject. So for example, she bought herself a new dress. So she is the subject, the one doing the action. Both is the verb or the action. A new dress is the object or what was bought. And herself is a reflexive pronoun because the subject she is also the receiver of the action. So unlike intensive pronouns, reflexive pronouns are necessary for the sentence to make sense. So if we remove herself, the meaning changes. She bought a new dress could mean she bought it for someone else. Okay, so another example is You should be proud of yourself. So you is the subject, should be proud is the verb phrase expressing the feeling, and yourself is a reflexive pronoun because it reflects back to you, the subject. So if you remove yourself, the sentence would still make sense. You should be proud. But using yourself makes it more personal and emphasizes self-recognition. So now, we will be having a short quiz. So here's the instruction. You're going to identify whether the statement is reflexive or intensive pronoun. So you did a great job! Now we'll be having a short activity. So this activity is called Complete Yourself. You need to complete the sentence by filling in the blanks with the correct reflexive or intensive pronoun. Okay, so for your assignment, you reflect on yourself. Look into an imagery mirror and take a moment to reflect on your learning experiences. Then on one half-pad paper, write a short essay about how you have grown as a learner, incorporating reflexive and intensive pronouns. And here's your criteria. So before we end, I want to say that you yourselves have done an amazing job today.